Wow, that's overexposed. It's so funny because when people drive past, they must clock the camera on the dashboard. They're always like, it's so awkward. Good morning. Happy Saturday it is. So it's Saturday the 17th of September. So I haven't picked up the camera and spoken to it for quite a while, literally since last Thursday, which is the last video that you will have seen, and I'll probably get into why, because today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So on, I don't know when the fuck it was, but recently, a few days ago, I popped up a question box on my stories on Instagram to find out if anyone had any questions about prep. So I've got a few questions to go through. So today is a training day, it's an upper body day, so I'm going to take you through my session because I don't think I've filmed this one yet. So I'm going to show that. I'm going to take you through my day. I haven't got too much going on, I don't think. Just a bit of work. I might go and see my mum and my sister. And then I have to edit this video. So I'm fucking kicking myself right now because all throughout this week I've been like, okay, I'm going to film it today. I'm going to film it today. And I've been putting it off and off and off. And obviously I upload on Sundays. So Saturday today is the last day that I can do this. And I'm like, just fucking do it, Grace. But it means that I need to edit it tonight. So most of my day is probably going to be made up of that. But I'm going to take you along with me anyway, and throughout the day I'm going to answer some of the questions that I got in that question box. So a lot of them might have like similar answers, but I will try and answer them to the best of my ability, and yeah, hopefully you take something from it. So I'm not going to try and say people's names because I know I will just fucking butcher it, but let's just start with a nice easy one, which is how do I feel? So I feel like I'm 4 weeks out. So I am 4 weeks and 1 day out from the finals. So yeah, I feel like I'm 4 weeks out. I'm tired, I'm irritable, I'm fucking freezing. I think I have like an ear infection and my ear just feels constantly blocked and it's really uncomfortable and annoying. I'm pretty, yeah, low on energy. But all of these things are to be expected at 4 weeks out and at the leanest and lightest I've probably ever been on prep. So I hit my new low weigh-in a couple of days ago. I was 132.8, which is actually kind of the same weight that I was on stage in 2019. So I don't know if that means that I'm a lot leaner now or that I just haven't gained any muscle, but I'm definitely looking different. But yeah, I've hit my lowest weigh-in so far at 132.8. However, since then my weight's been increasing a little bit over the past couple of days, so I'm suspecting that potentially it could be that I need a deload. My training has been good, but when I need a deload it doesn't normally show up in my training. I don't notice any numbers dropping off. It's more that my sleep starts to get impacted, my mood gets impacted, my scale weight starts to increase a little bit because of like water retention and inflammation and stress. So we weren't due to deload until literally the peak week, so we were running like 8-week blocks per se, but I might have to mention that to AJ. Anyway, I digress. I hit a new low weigh-in this week, so I am yeah, the leanest I've been so far, and I'm definitely feeling it. And this week, especially at the start of this week, was the most difficult week I've had on prep. I've been feeling like pretty overwhelmed, to be honest. I had a really tough day on Sunday, kind of mentally, emotionally. I ended up, it was an incredible day because my client Jane competed in her first ever show, and that was amazing. But I had to travel up there and it was like a 2-hour drive, and basically there was a lot of traffic. It ended up being a 4-hour drive, and I just completely like broke down and started like sobbing, and I had a panic attack on the motorway, which has never happened to me before. I've had panic attacks in the past, but not when I've been on my own and not in those kind of situations. So I feel like I kind of hit rock bottom at the start of this week in terms of how I was feeling mentally. Monday was difficult as well, but then what I did is basically the next day I was like, right, Grace, fucking snap out of it, because nothing's going to change. You need to take a step back here, you need to reset, and you need to figure out, you know, what are your non-negotiables, what are the most important things that you need to tick off right now, and what can you kind of just let go of a little bit. So I cancelled a few appointments that I had reset and reviewed what it was that I needed to do, just so I could take the pressure off in a few different areas, and that's really, really helped. Like, I feel so much better towards the end of this week, so much less overwhelmed, so much more chill, but I still feel fucked. So that's all really, really negative. But outside of that, I feel excited, really fucking excited. I feel proud. I'm really proud of myself for how this prep has gone. I'm really proud of how I'm looking, and I'm really proud of how I'm pushing on, and I'm feeling fairly confident as well. Like, I'm pretty happy with the way that my physique looks, but at the same time I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I'm not over analyzing the way that I look, because I don't think that brings anything positive. So I'm just kind of cracking on and taking each day as it comes. But I do feel good considering I'm 4 weeks out, basically. So long story short, that is how I'm feeling. Another question that I got that I kind of answered a little bit there is, are you happy with yourself? And that's quite a broad question, I suppose. I guess it means like with my prep and how I'm looking and how I've approached it. And like I just said, I am. I'm really proud of how I'm handling this prep. I'm really proud of the way that my physique is looking. Of course, I would always want more. Like, I want my legs to be bigger. I'm a little bit disappointed in like how little they've developed. They've developed a lot in the sense that they're a lot denser and there's a lot more mature muscle there, but they haven't changed much in size, and I would have liked that to complement my shape a little bit better. But outside of that, that's the only thing that I kind of pick apart and maybe feel a little bit negative about. But outside of that, I am really happy with myself. I'm really happy with my physique. I'm really happy with the way that I'm handling this prep. I think I'm handling it much better than 2019. Not that I handled that badly, but just in terms of like day to day, how much more I have to do at the moment in terms of like work. I think work is a lot more challenging this time round compared to what it was last time, and the way that I'm managing that, I'm really proud of myself for that. And then also in terms of my relationship as well, I think we're both doing much better this year in terms of managing prep. And yeah, all in all, I'm just pretty happy with how things are going. So yes, I am happy with myself. I just wish I had a bit more energy and was a little bit warmer. So I'm fucking freezing at the moment. Like, I'm normally walking around in like 2 pairs of socks, leggings, joggers, multiple hoodies, and that's at home. So I'm seriously contemplating going on a little prep holiday across to Spain where I grew up, but I'm in 2 minds about it. So what do you think I should do? Should I just fucking go? You know, it'll make for some good content. It'll be a bit warmer. I think it's like 25 degrees out there at the moment. A little bit of a change of routine, a couple of weeks out there. Should I do it, or should I just keep pushing on in England in the cold? You know, I'm kind of selling it to myself here, but let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm going to go in and get this upper session done. I won't talk to you for too much longer here. I'll show you what I get up to with this. So it's just 3 back movements, 3 shoulder movements, bicep, tricep, and some abs. So yeah, and then I'll catch you afterwards. that is my upper body session done. That was actually not too bad. I think I managed to match or at least progress some of those movements in terms of numbers, so quite happy about that. I always feel like more energized, what the fuck? I always feel more energized after my training session, so I'm kind of toying with the idea of training earlier on in the day so that I'm a lot more energized throughout the rest of the day, but I'm really reluctant to do that because on a training day my best meals are my like peri-workout meals, so my pre-workout and my post-workout, because that's where I get like oats and stuff. So I'm really reluctant to train in the morning, eat all my good food and then suffer throughout the day. Like I just can't bring myself to do it. So that was not a bad upper body session, so yeah, not too bad at all, so happy with that. Let's shoot across to another question. Where the fuck did I save them? Oh my god, my ear is annoying me so much. Like it's, I don't know if it's infected. It's not blocked because there's literally nothing in it, but it must be a small infection, but it's just so annoying. It feels like someone's just behind me like blowing on the back of my head, like that kind of annoying thing. So I thought I'd answer the question about training, which is how has my training developed? So my training has not changed at all throughout this entire prep. So I think sometimes it makes sense to maybe drop off some of the volume to limit fatigue a little bit, but my training has been going relatively well. I haven't really dropped any strength, and I actually didn't drop any strength really back in 2019. It was only in my peak weeks where I had to actually miss sessions that I started to notice my strength dip. There's a lorry coming past. Just wait for that, it might be noisy. Yeah. So I didn't really notice any strength drop off in 2019 until those points, until I went like to India and got sick and went trekking and all that shit. And it's very much the same in this prep. Like I haven't noticed my strength drop off at all. Like sessions are definitely more difficult. I go into my sessions quite low on energy, but all in all, like training is one of the better things at the moment, and we haven't had to change it at all as a result. So it's stayed exactly the same. 4 sessions a week, back and hamstrings or back and legs, push, rest, lower, upper, rest, rest. And that works really well for me. Back in 2019, I was doing 5 sessions a week. 3 of those were leg days. So having one main leg day this time around is definitely easier because they take it out of you. But yeah, my training has not changed at all. Let me see if there's any other questions that we can chat about now. No, I'll leave it there for now, and I'll answer some more later on. So I'm just gonna head across to my mum's, get a cup of coffee there and just chill with them for a little bit, because tomorrow is the UKDFBA Heart of England show when my client Jane is competing again. So I'm going to be out all day tomorrow, so I won't be able to go and see my mum and my sister. So actually they're away as well. I think they're in London for Festival. Anyway, I'm going to go and see them for a little bit, and then I will answer some more questions later on. God, I'm so weak, I can't even shut my fucking mirror. Hi! Hello! Oh, goddamn, goddamn, goddamn! Is that one? Spill half of it. Sausage! Hello, Papa. Hello, Papa. Oh, he's a good girl. You're so cute, aren't you? Come, sit. Sit. Tumba. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, she's such a cute sausage. I could just go for a snooze right now. It must be a nice day because the fact that I'm sat outside and I'm not cold is a good sign. So I thought I'd just jump on and answer a couple more questions while I'm here. Yeah, I thought I'd make use of the different setting. So let's do another couple of questions. In terms of prep, what is easiest for you, or for me, and what's the hardest? So I think most people expect you to say that the hardest is like the hunger and nutrition, but I actually think that's been the easiest so far, especially this year. I think in terms of hunger, you just get used to it. Like, it's just a feeling that you have to accept. It's going to be present no matter what. So this time round, nutrition has actually been the easiest because I've been following the meal plan, because I haven't had to think about it at all, and because I've been prepping it every single morning and just following the same structure. It's been so easy. And yes, I've been hungry, but it's probably been the easiest thing that I've had to follow. Like, I don't have to I struggle with the, not struggle with the hunger, but obviously I feel the hunger, but I don't struggle in terms of nutrition because it's all kind of pre-planned and prepared, so it's pretty easy. I would say the hardest thing for me this year is definitely my my cognitive ability. So it's not so much that my energy is low, but it's more like how well my brain is functioning at the minute. I think last time I prepped, I was PTing on the gym floor, so obviously I was programming for that, but I wasn't having to do as much as I do now for work, because I work online with my clients. So that as well is the most important thing to me, my business and my clients, and showing up as the best possible coach that I can be for them is quite a lot in comparison to what I was doing back in 2019. And I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to provide the best possible service, and I can notice not the negative decline, it's just really difficult to do that. Like, my focus is non-existent. I'm getting really overwhelmed really easily. I'm getting stressed really easily. And yeah, it's just very hard to kind of put my mind to things, and that I find really difficult because I want to do that, and that's naturally the type of person that I am. Like, I like to work hard, I like to always be progressing and moving forwards and providing for my clients, and improving in work. So to not be able to do that to the best of my ability or to the way that I want to is really difficult, and that is definitely the hardest thing so far in this prep, and I cannot wait to have a normal functioning brain, to be honest. Okay, so let's go for a lighter question. So my favourite and least favourite meal on prep. So my favourite is definitely, I'm sure you all know this by now, my bowl of oats with my whey protein powder made into a sauce with strawberries, and then with my drizzly liquid gold peanut butter. That is my absolute favourite. I love it so much, hence why I don't like training in the morning, because then I have to wait ages for that meal, or I have to eat that meal first and then wait ages till the next one. And my least favourite is probably just like literally chicken and green beans. It's just boring, isn't it? So yeah, that's pretty much it. But they all taste amazing. Like, when you're on prep, everything tastes really good, everything's enjoyable, and that's one good thing. Like, you really what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Oh my god. It's such a simple word and I can't think of it. Oh my god. What the fuck? I don't know what the word is. Oh, fucking hell. This is what I mean by my brain function. It's just non-existent. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, if you know what word I'm looking for, comment it below. But basically what I'm trying to say is that all of the meals are good. No, it's really pissing me off that I don't know what word I'm looking for. It's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out. Oh, it's not value your meals. I don't know. You're basically a lot more grateful for the food. Yeah, I've lost the word. Anyway, Okay, let's do another question. So on the topic of food, what will my post-show treat be? I don't tend to have like post-show treats until I'm very much done, until the last show is finished. So obviously the last show that I did end up going out for an off-plan meal a few days later on, but I didn't have anything like directly off the stage. I did last time in 2019 after finals, and the thing is, like, it's so anticlimactic. Like, you build it up to be something amazing, whatever you have, and then it's just like it doesn't hit the spot. Like, obviously it tastes great, but everything tastes great when you're on prep, so I think you build it up to be something so spectacular, and then it's always anticlimactic. But something that I really want is just a nice tray of donuts. So when I'm finished, that will probably be the first thing that I go for. And outside of that, I just want like more food, just more food in general. But like a roast dinner or like a nice sandwich, like a really good sandwich would be good. So that's probably what I will go for. Let's go for one more. So least favourite part of show day. Probably just like the getting ready for it, because obviously as a female you have so much more to do. We all have to do our tan, but we have to do our hair and our makeup, and that's quite time consuming. And when you're on at least for me anyway, when I'm on like a time schedule, that's what kind of stresses me out when I'm on prep. That's a big reason why I've cancelled a lot of commitments recently, so I'm not time bound to things, because that puts a lot of pressure on me. So on show day, when you know you have to be at the venue at a certain time, you have to check in at a certain time, you're potentially going to be on stage at a certain time. If you're then having to spend hours getting ready, it's just a lot of pressure, and I get really stressed. Like, I'm just sat there, like I should be chilling, sat there getting my makeup done, but I'm just sat there like stressing the hell out, because I just want to get it done and get there, and then I can relax. And that's probably like PTSD from my first show that I nearly missed. But yeah, that's probably the least favourite part about show day for me. But once your makeup and hair is done, and once I'm at the venue, then I can just chill and just enjoy it and enjoy the day. So yeah, that's probably the least favourite part about it, but everything else is amazing. So in terms of the favourite part, everything outside of that. Okay, I'll leave it there for questions, and then I will carry on later on. Okay, so it's quite a bit later now. So I ended up coming home after you saw me last and doing some editing for this video. And I'm gonna have to edit the rest of this later on this evening, but did a bit of editing, did a little bit of work, had some food, and then decided to pop down and have a little mooch around H&M, because I have been freezing, so I've been wanting some jumpers. So I'm not like gonna do a fucking haul or anything like that, but basically just got a nice knitted dress, got this cool Formula One baggy tee, because I like Formula One and I like baggy tees, so perfect. And then I got a couple of other jumpers as well. So not that I go anywhere to wear these, but at least I have options if I do, because yeah, I'm super cold at the moment. So lots of nice high neck jumpers to keep me warm. So that's what I've done so far since you saw me last. And then now I'm just gonna have my next meal. I'll answer a couple more questions, and I'm also going to make pabs. Have you seen those? You know when you fry up a bit of eggs and then you put a tortilla wrap on top of them, and then you flip them and you put loads of stuff on the inside? I've been dying to make something like that, so I'm going to make him a ham, cheese and spinach tortilla egg wrap, whatever you call it, and see how that goes. I really miss like cooking meals and just playing around with different recipes, so I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'll show you what the outcome looks like, but I'll do another question for now. So okay, so this is a good one, because I don't know if it's a good one, but is there something you'd rather have done better so far? Yes, definitely. I think I could always do better with my posing. I could always practice a lot more when it comes to posing. I don't think with posing you can ever practice enough. So you can always do more of that. Like, the more you practice, the better it's going to be, but I have done minimal. Like, I will do my check-in photos, I'll do my rounds of poses, and then I take my heels off and I'm done for a week. Like, I don't really pose that much in between check-ins. I might do a little bit post-workout, but I don't really ever take my heels to the gym with me or anything like that. I just kind of run through a few of the poses, and that's literally all I do, which is terrible. Because my posing could be a lot better, but I've held my poses for so long, or practiced my poses so much in the off season when I've done my check-ins, that the actual poses I'm really familiar with. It's more so the transitions in between. But yeah, I just kind of wing it, which is why other people's posing is much better than mine. But that is definitely something that in hindsight, and I felt exactly the same in 2019, I could have practiced it a lot more. And the second thing which kind of complements posing is just mobility. So actually doing regular mobility on a daily basis. I wish I'd kept on top of that. I wish I'd done that, because if I was a bit more flexible, a bit more mobile, and obviously with mobility probably comes less pain as well, because I've got a lot of niggles and stuff, posing would also be a lot more comfortable as well as easy. So there are a couple of things that I wish I'd done better, but outside of that, not really anything stands out too much. And then on the topic of posing, someone asked, how did I learn how to pose? So I think I'm one of the lucky few people that was able to engage my lats and spread my lats straight away. Like, I remember when I first started trying to do those poses, like it came quite naturally to me. I know that's what most people struggle with. So when I first started prepping, and when I first started with my coach AJ, I would just do the poses after, I guess, seeing photos and stuff online. So I just kind of, you know, practice them that way. If you see the poses, maybe I'll put up some pictures here, they're terrible. My posing back then was awful. But throughout that first prep in 2019, I had a few sessions with Emma Hindman, and also Charlie Pickstock did my routine for the BNBF finals. So I learned a lot from them. And then also, like I said, like throughout my off season, I've always done my poses when I do my check-in, and through practice they've just got better and better. And I think good posing also comes from having like a good connection with your muscles and your body. So if you're familiar with what it feels like to engage those muscles, it's a lot easier to then pose and highlight those particular areas and cause them to stand out. So I think that obviously helps as well. So that's how I learned how to pose. Again, I wouldn't say my posing is anything spectacular, but it's all right. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there for now. So yeah, I'll leave it there for now, and then I will answer a couple more later, because it is quite late now. It's like 20 to 8, and I still have to finish editing this video and also make this food, and I also have to meal prep for the competition tomorrow. Not my competition, the one I'm going to spectate. I have to get off quite early, so I need to have my meals prepped tonight for tomorrow for the drive. So I'm going to do that, and I'll catch you. Oh, she fits so well. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay, she's going to be thick. Okay, so my battery ran out as I was filming the egg tortilla wrap thing, but I filmed a little clip of it once I'd done it on my phone, so you would have seen what it was like, and it looked phenomenal, and I got good feedback from Pabs, so highly recommend you try that. It was literally just like 50% low-fat cheese, ham, spinach, and then eggs mixed with egg whites. So 2 eggs, 100 ml of egg whites, and then a low-carb tortilla wrap. Amazing. You could make it even lower fat and lower protein if you wanted to, so that was really cool. So I'm just gonna do a few like quick fire questions and finish off the video here, because I have been editing it and it is over like 30 minutes, and I'm sure I'm not that interesting. So answer a couple more and then finish off editing it and just chill out for the evening, because it's gone 9 o'clock and I still haven't done my meal prep for tomorrow. So it's my own fucking fault for leaving this for so long. So okay, so one question: is competing expensive? Yes, it is expensive, but it can also be done on a much cheaper scale. So it's expensive because of not only obviously the actual prep and paying for a coach, paying for posing lessons, what else do you pay for? Anything like that, but then show day and everything that comes along with that is expensive. So obviously bikini, tan, jewellery, makeup, hair, accommodation, entries to the show, registration, like memberships and stuff like that. So it does add up, but I do think that it can be done on the cheap. I think one thing that you shouldn't skimp on is having a coach, someone to guide you, someone to reassure you, and someone to take you through that process and out of that process, I think is essential. So someone asked, someone said they were considering competing next year, where do they start? Just hire a coach, someone that you trust, someone that you feel you'll gel well with, and someone that gets good results. So I wouldn't skimp on that. But in terms of everything else, like posing wise, there's so much that you can learn online, like YouTube, Instagram, watching other people and just practicing. Bikini, you could make that yourself. Accommodation, you could travel down on the day. You can even do the tan yourself, so you can do it on a much cheaper scale. And sometimes you'll actually save money, because if you think about it, when you're prepping, you're not going out as often as you would, so you're not eating out. If you follow a meal plan, you're probably saving a lot of money on like groceries and stuff. So it can be done on the cheap, but it is expensive. What is the end goal for this year? So I would love to get to the Natural Olympia in Las Vegas, but at the same time, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. Someone also asked, is there less pressure this year? And 100% there is less pressure. I am putting much less pressure on myself, and I think this just because, and this is probably a negative reason, but because I do and I don't have much self-belief. I don't know, I think I had more self-belief in 2019, but this year I know the level of competition out there. And I know, you know, it's fair game. It depends who shows up on the day. So as a result, I'm just kind of enjoying the process. And as much as I want to win, you know, I do it for a lot more than that. So I'm just enjoying that. So definitely less pressure. But the end goal, I would love to get to the Natural Olympia in Vegas. So I've got British finals in 4 weeks. 2 weeks after that, so if I can win the British final, I get to go to the Europeans, which is in Budapest, which is 2 weeks later. And then if I can do well there, I get an invite to the Natural Olympia, which is in Las Vegas, and that is another 2 weeks later. And then you never know, maybe get a pro card. A pro card was what I always wanted, but I honestly, you know, I'm not too fussed about it right now. I just want to do my best. So really excited to bring an even better physique to finals, and it's just taking each competition as it comes and just trying to be better every time. So that is the end goal, basically. I guess the last one, do I worry about the health implications of prep and just being so low on body fat? And I don't, to be honest. Like I'm aware of them. I know about the health implications, like especially like losing my cycle, which I have lost my cycle at this point. I think I lost it a couple of months ago now. I definitely had it for longer than last time, so it showed that I was managing my stress as well, but I have lost that now. So I am aware of the health implications, but it doesn't like play on my mind. Like I've made the decision to do this, and it's something that I accepted when I, you know, made that decision, and therefore I just crack on. It's like driving a car and like worrying about potentially crashing constantly. Like what's you've made the decision to drive. If it happens, it happens, and it's just something that you have to accept as a potential consequence, and that's kind of the way that I look at it. I don't know if that's good or bad, but no, I'm aware of the health implications, but I don't worry about them because I made this choice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then someone else asked me, where are we all going to party when I win in Leicester? I mean, I hope I win, but if I win, I won't be partying. I'll be getting ready for the next competition 2 weeks later, but I'll come with you guys and you guys can party. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. So I hope this was enjoyable, insightful, useful. If you did enjoy this video, please just give it a thumbs up because it really does support my channel. And if you have enjoyed this, also if you can share it on your stories, I love to see when you guys are watching my video. If you can just tag me at Grace Jones Coaching, and if you want to see more videos, subscribe. I don't know what I'm pointing at, I don't know where it is, but basically thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share this to your stories because I'd massively appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I feel like it's been all over the place and it was potentially a little bit shit, but I will try and be a bit more proactive next week in filming rather than leaving it to the last minute. So we'll see next week if I can manage to do it a little bit sooner, but I hope you enjoyed this one and I will catch you next week.